How's it going? Wanted to start 2022 with a new video, and this time I was going to look at one of my terrain pieces, and this is the Deathknell Watch. This tower was released about 10 years ago, and it's got some lovely giant skull motifs like GW likes to do. It's perched on this little stone and rock outcropping. It's got some doors. It has some stairwell kind of like wooden planks and stuff that get up to here, but I decided not to use that actually, just because I already have. I'll get to it why, but I decided that this would be, no more access other than this front door, because I figured also the danger level of just opening a door and falling out is very Empire. When you get to the roof, you got some big, chunky battlements. This is old school GW chunky plastic kits that we used to get. And they're thick. And as a result, you get stuff like this gargoyle has this hole on every single one, because that's how it was cast, I'm guessing. And it's kind of ugly. And I struggled trying to figure out what to do to make that look better. But I figured where I was already having trouble getting the gaps filled, that I just didn't I didn't see a reason to keep struggling. I figured I would just do an okay paint job, get lots of little details on it, and hopefully that stuff wouldn't be too noticeable, or could be chalked up to, shoddy old Empire buildings falling apart. In here, we get this nice stone rooftop with some doors, which, looking at this, I did not paint the metal all these years, and I don't think I've ever noticed that. Anyways, and you get this like twin skull motif thing. Twin tail comet skull motif that I've just kind of done a basic colors to it, just so it has something different in there instead of just more blank, gray blues. And if you remove this, it's a little stuck, you have a sorceress pool. And, it's one of those things that can be handy depending on what your scenario is, or, just what you want. If you already have a lot of line of sight blocking, which is what I use this for, it's really good to have just to break up those cannon shots and whatnot without taking up a huge amount of space, like, say, the manor house, which has a huge footprint if you have the whole manor house out. This does kind of a nice job. You could sort of get some stuff off to the side and not get shot. Up here, I do have a picture of the box cover, just so that you can see that it did come with this skeleton boy, I mean. And what he was doing is, the reason he's there and why it's called Deathknell Watch is that he's a signal. You would use that in the lore to send messages around the Empire. I guess that means they have a lot of these things kicking around. And oh, that's my dog coming in. Hey, Luna. So it that's what it looks like when they build and paint it. I didn't want that. It was going to break, I figured, so I just didn't use it. It's in a box, I'm sure, with all my other old sprue stuff. And the other thing I want to note is that this piece that I took off, this is something GW made for a couple of kits at least. It was, I feel like this was an afterthought, and this piece here was just going to be used wherever they needed it. And one other place they used it was the Skull Vein Mance layer of the Astromancer, and that's this piece right here. It's the exact same piece, and it even includes the battlements if you want to use that for some reason, unless you do just go with the telescope. I have that. I don't have the battlements or the telescope on there, although the telescope just slots on if I want it. I just decided to not use it just because I didn't I wanted the flat space for flyers, but that's a different topic, another video. So yeah, that's the Deathknell Watch. Just wanted to show it off and point out the funny fact that they did just reuse this whole piece. And there's a couple of other terrain pieces at the time I think they did the same thing with. And at some point I'm sure I'll show those off too as well, because I have most, if not all, of the plastic terrain they've ever produced. I might be missing one or two. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hope everybody has a good 2022. Have a good day.